So, I made some upgrades. Not only my looks, but some of my gear. While doing bosses on my main, I found a pair of reinforced Skullix earrings, with a pretty decent flame. I decided to scroll it to give it to my beginner. 7 scrolls passed out of 8, not bad. Next, I want to upgrade some of my lower level gear. I used 100% spell traces. As you could have imagined, they all passed. I didn't have the same success rate with star forcing. There were many fails. Many. Eventually, I got it. 10 stars on all my gear. Time to use my stack of occult cubes. Finally! I've been hoarding this stack for years. I was looking for 1-line strength on all my gear. Nothing too crazy. Trying to roll 2-line crit rate on my shield took the longest. But in the end, I got it. 100% crit rate on my beginner. With my newly found power, I was confident to challenge the Root Abyss boss, Von Bon. I was a fool. As soon as I entered Von Bon, I realized I do no damage. I had a plan. Gather up all the mobs, lure them into one corner, then burst with Ultimatum Ring. It worked. The first few minutes of Von Bon were pretty easy. I lured him into the dark purple clocks to extend the timer. I'm gonna need as much time as I could get here. I do no damage. Things were going pretty smooth, until I hit the 10% HP mark. At this point, Von Bon starts teleporting, and if you're too close to his spawn point, he sends you flying across the room. I entered this phase with barely any time left, so it was just impossible. But I learned a lot from that first attempt. I'll get him next time. I didn't end my day there. I realized I was so close to leveling, and I haven't done normal Zac for the day. I went looking for a rune and kindly asked the stranger if I could take their rune once they spawned one. Surprisingly, they said yes. All I had to do now was wait for an MVP buff. But as soon as I got one, I DC'd. Classic. I left to go get some food out of disappointment. While I was eating, I stood in the sauna for some EXP. It wasn't a lot. I only AFK'd for an hour. As soon as I came back, there was another MVP announcement. Sometimes lucky. With MVP buff plus rune plus 2x use coupon, killing Zac's arms gives a lot of EXP. After killing the arms I could reach, I decided to leave. The body doesn't give nearly as much EXP as the arms. Yeah, I might have died and lost my EXP coupons and rage quit, but it's the next day. I got a few levels from AFKing in the sauna. I went to challenge Von Bon again. This time, I was much better prepared. My friend offered to buff me, giving me Maple Warrior and Echo. I also popped the green and red Monster Park potion and a Legion buff. So my range went up by a decent amount from before. I'm not going to show you guys the whole fight, it was a pretty long one, but I'll have the link to the full fight in the description box. Check it out. I entered the 10% HP phase with a lot more time compared to my first attempt. After each teleport, I only have enough time to get 2 or 3 hits in, so I have to make every moment count. And I did it! I soloed Von Bon as a beginner. If you guys want to see me challenge the other RA bosses, subscribe to be notified for any new episodes. Also, let me know what challenges you want to see my beginner do next.